Hold on, wait a minute. Shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Uh, YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paulus Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? This your first time tuning in. Go ahead, hit dog on subscribe button, hit notification bell every time I post some new content. Uh, I'm married, people, but for the most part, right? Every time I go on YouTube, right, I'm looking at what women want, you know, or at least what the bitches on YouTube what they want, right? And actually, it was even one particular clip of Family Feud, right, where the woman, well, her actual, I guess her sister actually like really, uh, you know, I don't want to say she put her on blast and thing like that, right? But she was like, "Oh, you need to hear about her sixes, right?" And so Steve, he went down there. So like, okay, he got to be 6 foot. What did you say? No, he got to have six figures. Uh, what 6 inches? She fucked around and she slipped in the damn uh to 6 inches, right? And 6 pack, right? And for the most part, Steve Harvey himself said, "You know what? You gonna be single for a pretty good while, right?" But I sat there and and I thought about it. I thought about it, whatever. And so I was like, because I always kind of like really wanted to do a show on this particular topic, right? I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But then once you hear this shit enough, you gotta be like, fuck it, I'm gonna do a show. So, women, right? And this is like one time, right? For the people that are subscribed to my channel, right? Uh, Anybody that's motherfucking single, they need to actually really watch this particular show because the courage are off, right? It's gonna lay this shit down for y'all, right? And once you finish watching this show, you gonna change your whole aspect on how you look at on how you single women look at men. Okay, so let's just act like okay. So this is the type of man that you want. He over 6 foot. He got to make six figures, and he got to have 6 inches or more, right? Okay, so first and foremost, let's just say, okay, well, how tall are you first and foremost, right? How tall are you? How much you weigh? What are you actually really bringing to the table? And please don't say that you're the table. I don't need nobody else loud talking like that big silverback gorilla named Leslie Jones. I think that's her damn name. Whoever that was, "Oh, I'm the table." Talking about I got money, I got this, I got that. But look at you. You look like Rocky from Rocky and Bullwinkle on steroids, right? And put like this. I'm not even gonna say that age is a contributing factor because I truly honestly believe that anybody can find love at any age, right? So everybody else that talk that wall shit, y'all can miss me with that damn nonsense, right? Too busy listening to Kevin Samuels bitch ass. or anybody else that actually been trying to be like this, that dead motherfucker that when it was all said and done, he got him a piece of pussy and he couldn't handle it. Right? It's like you come in by the pussy and you died the same fucking way. And then motherfuckers still, y'all still using this motherfucking shit. Why? This motherfucker's a two-time divorcee, which means that at least two times he was the simp that he be talking about. And it's just like what that one comedian said when everybody found out that Magic Johnson had got AIDS or HIV or whatever the fuck it is. He said now he want to be a spokesman, all that kind of shit. So matter of fact, it was Tony Brown, I think his name was. He said, "Look, now he want to be a spokesman." So he was like, "I got to tell you something, folks. Motherfucker that got it can't tell me shit, all right?" And so, and I know I said this plenty of times. Put it like this: if you are a two-time divorcee, right, motherfucker, you can't tell me shit about what the fuck is out there. Because apparently you run into that shit twice, right? Ain't got time for like, ain't got time for no motherfucker that gonna sit up here trying to tell me who to date and who not to date. And motherfucker talking about winter is coming. Okay. Apparently at least twice you kept that bitch warm. So I was like, no, dog, mess me with that bullshit what you talking. So another case, right? Okay, so for you women, right? Okay, say you go get the man, you get the over 6 foot, you get the motherfucker with the six pack, you get the motherfucker with the 6 inches. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. So what happens if this motherfucker is in and out of there like a goddamn commercial? So what are you gonna say then? Matter of fact, who the fuck you gonna tell? Because the thing about it though is this: you women will talk. You will indeed talk, right? Some of y'all talk too goddamn much, right? So, so again, right? I mean, this is all the shit what you want, right? It's almost like for you women to be perfectly honest with y'all, y'all have not changed since Eve, the so-called first woman. Y'all ain't changed since that bitch. She got tempted, right? Bit into the fruit, because it wasn't an apple, people. It was not an apple. Regardless, contrary to popular belief, it was not an apple. It was an olive, right? So, but that right there, that's another story, right? So this is what the fuck y'all want. This is how stupid y'all are. Say you get the man with, I already said it, right? Okay, but this motherfucker, he treats you like straight shit, right? And then for the most part, right? 9 times out of 10 for the women that are actually really asking for these specifics. Put like this: your pussy probably don't smell like how it's supposed to smell. You don't know how to cook. You don't know how to clean the house, right? But this is what the fuck you want though, right? And so I'm just like, so, and then y'all get mad when y'all can't have that. Now, me, the crazy arm. I'm not 6 foot. I don't have a six pack. And then as far as me being 6 inches, I don't measure my shit. What the fuck for? And fellas, if you out there marrying your shit, you dumber than a motherfucker, right? And just know a lot of you motherfuckers are lying on your dick too. Talking about you got 10, 12 inches. Okay. And then just know that, okay, who the fuck you finna fuck? If your shit that damn long, what ignorant bitch, because she gonna have to be ignorant, right? For her to let you put something in her like this, right? But just know some of y'all are actually really go out there and try it, right? And then you walking around with your pussy hurt or swole or whatever the fuck, and then you really don't know what this motherfucker got. Matter of fact, we don't even know what the fuck you got. But this is what the fuck you want though. And here's the deal, people. With all of this shit that's going on, technology is a motherfucker, right? You can't go. So it's almost like, okay, well, I hear all the black women talking about where all of the good men at? Why? So y'all can fuck them up? You know, I mean, what do y'all really want? Y'all should be holler about. Well, don't nobody want to come approach me. Okay, you already gave your specifications. So for anybody that's under 6 foot, why are they motherfuckers gonna approach you, right? Even though they could be 2 out of 3 of what the fuck it is that you actually been looking for, right? Say he got that money. Say he got that money. He got that 6 pack. He got them 6 inches or more, right? What you gonna do? Oh, he ain't 3 for 3, so so is that what it is? So this what the fuck we do now, right? You motherfuckers, y'all y'all will miss out on a good man because of what the fuck your standards are, right? And then let's just say this, right? Say he old baseball motherfucker. Yeah, he over 6 foot. Yeah, he making 6 figures. Yeah, he got the 6 pack. Yeah, he got the 6 inches, right? But let's just say all what the fuck he gonna do is just fuck. He ain't gonna give you no type of foreplay. He ain't gonna kiss on you. He ain't gonna suck on your neck, play with your titty, suck on the nipple. He ain't finna eat no pussy. Whether you laying down or put like this, he ain't gonna eat your pussy regardless of motherfucking angle, right? He ain't gonna eat it with you laying on your back, and he ain't gonna eat it from the back. And say, look, this is what but then you gotta be like, okay, women, this is what the fuck y'all want though. And if he real nasty, he might, you know what? He might even taste the chocolate starfish, right? I mean, depending on what the fuck it is that y'all want. Y'all don't even know what y'all want for the most part. Now, I already know somebody goes, well, I just want a man to treat me right. Okay, what the fuck is that? Is it by your standards or is it by his standards? Okay? So all this shit, you see, y'all motherfuckers need to really stop and think about what the fuck it is that y'all asking for. Because it's almost like what Bill Cosby said, where he just said it was him, his wife, and they wanted a child, and so they said so they went to God, and they were afraid to ask God. So basically, all what they said was, Please, God, give us a healthy child. And we left it at that. And so basically, he just said, not only that God is a generous God, but he also has a sense of humor. So if you leave that much open for God, there's no a lot of stuff that you didn't expect to happen is gonna motherfucking happen. I will buy that statement any day of the week over that bullshit with Kevin Samuels than put in a lot of you motherfuckers' head. Right? Now, look, don't go out there because here's the deal. Before there was Kevin Samuels, there was Ella Jean Rimley, Joanne Clayton, Harold Yancey Sr., Joseph Harris, aka Bozo, right? John Martindale, my dad, and anybody else that was in the motherfucking neighborhood. My grandmothers, or my grandmother, my aunts, my uncles. Boy, you don't need no ready-made family. That's what they said. That's what they always told me. Right? But then, hey, just like anybody else, you gotta go out there. Look, I still gotta go out. The motherfucker still, no matter how much you tell them, they still gotta go out there and bump their head. Plain and simple. Right? So once you bump your head or whatever, then you can be like, okay, now I can actually really be like, okay, I understand shit a little bit better than what the fuck I did. Right? Just know that your head will have to be bumped. You gotta go up there and clunk your head against something. You gonna have to. It's a part of life. And it's quite obvious Kevin Samuels didn't. He threw away everything, and then I've said this plenty of times. Anybody that actually really went on his podcast and talked about their problem, put like this: y'all just as dumb, if not dumber than that fucker. Because why would you go tell your business to somebody else? For the most part, don't give three shits and a lovely good goddamn about you. Kendra G, shit, nothing. Why? Yeah, it's almost like, okay, when I look at shit like that, right? I'm almost like, okay, well, who put them up to do this shit in the first place? I'm trying to prove a point here, people, because here's the deal. Before all this shit that went down, that has gone down, right? It wasn't nothing for anybody to go put like this. You go meet somebody any damn way. At the grocery store, church, or if you just motherfucking out and about. It was too easy back then. And then, for the most part, right, with some of the women, they could be like, okay, well, how come this, how come that, how come the other? Well, guess what? You can thank motherfuckers like Kevin Samuels, Kendra G, and anybody else that's actually really trying to be motherfucking relationship experts. And 9 times out of 10, them bastards are either single or they divorce and they miserable as shit and they try to give you motherfucking goddamn relationship advice. Right? If that ain't farting in the bathtub and turn around, bite the fucking bubble, I don't know what the fuck is. I really don't know what the fuck is. I really don't know what else to call it. I mean, I can call it the pot calendar. I can call it the pot calling the kettle black, right? But everybody didn't heard that. So I'm just like, okay, look, you in the bathtub. Talk about you women, which is something a lot of you motherfuckers rarely do. especially if you're in your 20s and 30s. A lot of you some bitches shower. Like what I said yesterday. You motherfuckers don't know what it is to soak that kitty kitty. And then you carry your ass out to the club and that stank ass twerk air is everywhere. Don't nobody want that shit, right? Don't know how to suck dick good. None of that shit. But here's the deal. It's just so this is a $64,000 question here. Who put these two up to say this shit in the first fucking place? Because back in the day, it really didn't fucking matter. I can truly honestly say, it was true love back then. My stepdad took on me and my mama. And I actually really did the exact same shit. Right? Watch the motherfuckers, oh, you a simp. No, partner. No, partner. Even though I went against what the fuck that the fam told me, right? But as far as being a simp, no, never that. When it came time for discipline, I disciplined, right? Plain and simple. My son, even though my blood doesn't flow through his veins, my son is very successful because of me. We talk from time to time, right? Just in case you motherfuckers actually really, all that kind of shit. So again, just know I'm a rare specimen of man, right? And it's not like that I gave any ultimatums or anything like that. I'm just like, hey, look, you want this shit to happen, let me do what the fuck I need to do. Plain and simple. And it happened. It worked. Because the rule that I used to live by, if you had one child, then okay, you good. I can deal with you. Any, anything past one, not gonna do it. Because I already know that you got, because at the time, right, I can actually go back and look at it now and be like, okay, that's community pussy. Because you let more than one motherfucker hit it. And then who's to say, pull like this. I'm not here to downplay my ex-wife. I'm not doing that, right? But at the same time, I can actually really say, hey, look, she let me do what I had to do, right? And as a result, my son is a goddamn success, right? What did the arguments come? Of course they did, right? But that's what any goddamn body. That's what anybody. So my thing is this: what do you women really want? According to some of y'all already gave specifications. Y'all done actually really gave y'all blueprint, right? What my whole deal is this, right? Say you get the 6+ foot person, and he making the six figures. He got the six pack. He got the 6 inches. But what the fuck are you doing? And then it's just like what I said earlier, right? Okay, you get all this in a man, and this motherfucker don't last no longer than a goddamn commercial. But this is what the fuck you wanted. You some bitches need to learn to be specific. Be like, okay, don't just assume just because he's 6+ that he gonna wear your motherfucking ass out. That is not how the song goes, women. And then who's to say that he want to be with your ass long term? Because my thing is this, and just like I said, I'm married. I'm happily married. I am married to the most beautiful woman ever, as far as our motherfucker concerned. And it's quite obvious that a lot of other men feel the same goddamn way. But it's just for the simple fact that my wife, my sweet sweet, she holds me down. She already tell, hey, say, hey, look, I got a crazy motherfucker at the house. This is some smoke that you really don't want from him. You really don't. And then once they find out who the fuck I am, then they're like, you know what? Okay, got it. It was the same thing with my ex-wife, right? Because both of us used to go to the gym together. And motherfuckers used to hit on her. And then my homeboy behind, uh, they worked there, right? He was like, you know what? That one right there, y'all might not don't need to fuck with. Right? And they were like, well, who's she married to? It was like, oh, my homeboy said, that's Aunt Harris' wife. Aunt Harris, that little bit of short motherfucker coming here, lifting up the goddamn gym every time he coming to some bitch. He said, yep. And then they went over there, you know what, man? Hey, you know what? I am so sorry that I actually really tried to hit on you. Look, I'm 5'8". I barely weigh 200 pounds, right? But just know, I can punch through 3 inches of glass. Then turn around and fuck your ass up. I don't play by mine, right? And just like I just told you how the fuck tall I am. According to social media, society, I'm a short king. And I'm proud of it. But then again, what the fuck is a short king? Just look at me as a motherfucking king. And I treat my queen accordingly. So again, where did the separate, you got to ask yourself, what happened that men and women, regardless of ethnic background, notice I didn't say race because we all human beings here, right? Unless your pussy is right here instead of down here, guess what? You human being, right? So what happened? What happened with the disconnect? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if indeed that's what the fuck you want to call it, you motherfuckers have been infiltrated to such a degree that you motherfuckers actually I really don't know. Y'all don't know that y'all been infiltrated. Whatever happened to actually really building something with somebody? Somebody that you can truly, honestly trust. Somebody that's actually like really a woman that's not looking for the BBD, the bigger, better dick. But then again, I done told you about that. Just because it's big don't mean that motherfucker gonna last long. Right? That motherfucker be in and out of there like a goddamn motherfucker commercial. And the only thing what the fuck he banking on, oh, I got a big dick, so it shouldn't take that long. Now, unless you women, if put like this, now, if y'all like the microwave motherfuckers, then hey, go ahead. Go on, get it. But just know before too long, that 30-second shit gonna get older than the motherfucker. Okay? I'm just putting it out there. And then on top of that, if you like, put like this, if you like your ass licked and if you like that pussy ate, guess what? Going off of your motherfucking specifications. He ain't even do that. He ain't even do that. He ain't even do none of that shit there. He ain't finna lick, he ain't finna eat no pussy. He ain't finna go down to church, the Hershey Highway. He ain't finna do none of that shit. Hell, he ain't even gonna Pearl Harbor your ass. And if you don't know if you really don't know what the fucking means to be Pearl Harbored, then the crazy I'm about to tell you. Being Pearl Harbor is this. Say that you in the shower, right? Or you taking a bath. You need to be taking a motherfucking bath. Because I don't like stank puss. I like for my shit to be fresh. No smell whatsoever. No taste whatsoever. Until I actually really start digging in them guts. I ain't trying to go down on you and you smell like 10 pounds to get down. And then again, on top of you motherfuckers that don't know how to wash, you don't know how to wipe neither. Because for the most part, if you got to shit, the piss is going to come first. Then you shit. And then it's almost like, how you motherfuckers wipe? That comes into play. Right? Learn how to wipe. If you want your pussy and ass ate, learn how to wipe. If you want your titties to be played with, make sure that they real. Don't go out and get no fake titty. It's just like what Ron White said. You know, nowadays you can go to the store and you be like, you know what? I want that pair of titties on this one right here. And they go get it. They give you anything that you want. But let me tell you something, folks. You can't fix stupid. And he said that. A lot of you motherfuckers is stupid beyond motherfucking belief. The woman is supposed to be the helpmeet. The man is gonna have the plan. Hey, guess what? We gonna do this. We gonna do this. We gonna do this. We gonna do the other. And then you as that woman or that helpmeet, right? Then you help your man get that way. You get him to where he want to take you. But then that don't mean for your bitch ass to be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take half of this because the 6 foot motherfucker just became available, right? But just know that that short king motherfucker been wearing your bitch ass out. And sometimes you may run from the short king, right? But you got your mind set on the 6 foot plus motherfucker. Sexy abs, every goddamn thing. But he can't last no longer than a motherfucking commercial. Now, this ain't with all women. This ain't with all women. I'm talking about these YouTube bitches. Y'all some sorry ass sacks of shit. Matter of fact, y'all can't even be classified as a sack of shit. Y'all put like this. Y'all are sorry ass sacks of vomit. Something that the body couldn't hold no more. Right? So so again, put like this. If y'all as women, if you motherfuckers actually really know what, if y'all really don't know what the fuck y'all want in a man, or y'all can actually really say, put like this, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all want in a man, because this is all what the fuck you saying. It's almost like making a deal at the crossroads. It's almost like you said, okay, look, I want to be famous. Okay. And then for the most part, right, Lucifer himself, right? He was like, okay, well, how famous you want to be? Oh, I just want to be famous. Okay, go ahead and sign, right? Now you just put like this. Instead of you actually being the best blues player ever, just know that you just the best blues player in the state that your ass is in, right? See how that shit work? Broaden your horizons, women. But then when I say broaden your horizons, that goes for the short king motherfuckers too. Just like I already told y'all at the start of this show. Look, I'm married. I love my wife with everything that I have, right? And that's about as far as I'm gonna take it. God damn, okay. So but in other case, right? The whole deal is this. Just because you 6 foot plus don't mean that you packing. But I know y'all know that already, right? Or do y'all? Try to build something with a motherfucker. Act like really be sincere on who you dealing with on a daily basis. Just be like, hey, look, I just want to see how the dick work. Okay, got it. Right? And if he in and out of there like a motherfucking goddamn commercial, then okay. Don't go talk shit about it. Right? Just be like, okay, right? I'm not gonna fuck with this one. But then again, so here's the deal. But then again, right? For you, for you women that want to be so-called motherfucker independent, don't want to be a teacher or nothing. You don't have enough sense about you say, hey, slow down, baby. I'm not going nowhere. Right? Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't do that. You ready to let that motherfucker and then he out of there like a motherfucker, like what I said, and then you gonna go talk shit. Girl, he can't fuck with her down. And then you wonder why you motherfuckers are single. He ain't got no money. Well, damn, look how old I am. Now, put it like this. You out put it like this in your 20s, look, you fresh out the gate. You ain't supposed to have no money unless mom and daddy done whacked your ass and they just gave you some money, which means that you as an individual, whether you be male or female, guess what? You really don't know how to go out there and get it. You don't. Because the first sign of trouble, what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna go to mom and daddy. So again, women, what the fuck? What do y'all really want? And then all this bullshit what Kevin said was talking about, okay, winter is here. You done hit the wall, right? Now, like I say, I beg to differ. I beg to differ, right? Ain't no such goddamn thing as no wall. And even if indeed it is a wall, guess who can tear that some bitch down? You as the woman. Bring your shit down. Know what you actually really worth, right? Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about the crazy uncle, right? I mean, great the fact we done heard all this shit with Kevin Samuels and Kendra G and XYZ and whoever else is acting out there trying to motherfucker be doggone relationship expert. So let's just say, let's just say that the motherfuckers that actually really don't come on them shows, right? And then say for you, and I'm talking to the fellas right now, right? So you could be like, you can run to a woman, say she's 40 plus, got 3 kids. What you gonna do? A lot of you motherfuckers gonna say hell no, right? Because you looking at a woman, she 40 plus, she got 3 kids. Right off the bat, y'all gonna y'all gonna think that they youngins. Or that's what the fuck you assume. Guess what? You just made an ass out of yourself. Because here's the deal. Say that at 40 plus, let's just say let's say she's 45 years old, got 3 kids. But guess what? All them some bitches are grown. All of them are grown. Then here come you ignorant ass man. Oh, she a hoe. She started off early. Okay. Okay. Guess what? They grown and out the fucking house. Got 3 kids, all by the same dude. Right? They grown. So why you bitching? They ain't come back to the house no time soon. Because that woman raised them up right. They're like saying, you motherfuckers don't know the goddamn game. Because if you truly did, motherfuckers like Kendra G, well, we already know Kevin Samuels, his bitch ass, he already out of there. Kevin Samuels fucked it up for a lot of y'all. But all you other motherfuckers, yeah, Kevin Samuels clapping like a little bitch. So you didn't listen to your daddy. You didn't listen to nobody in the motherfucking neighborhood. You didn't listen to that one dude that always said on his porch in his rocket chair. He said, "Come here, boy, let me tell you something right fast." You didn't listen to him. You didn't listen to none of your uncles. But you listened to a dead man. And then y'all, and just know this shit goes both ways, people. Right? There's a lot of men out there single, too busy listening to that bastard. But hey, guess what? If that's, put it this, if that's your goddamn cup of tea, motherfucker, go ahead and do what the fuck the crazy is doing right now. Drink that shit. But just know that your ass, you gonna spend a lot of Friday nights either on that Pornhub or you actually really gotta deal with some old stank ass puss. Just put it out there, people. Right? Stop listening to these motherfuckers that y'all watch on YouTube. Because it's quite obvious that's what the fuck it is. A lot of you motherfuckers need to do a goddamn reset. Right? Do a brain dump. Well, you motherfuckers that actually really went to college, once the goddamn exam was over with, what the fuck y'all did? Y'all brain dumped. Right? So guess what? Whatever the fuck that you did, because of who the fuck that you listened to, didn't work. Brain dump it. Do a reset. Go out there. Really do the damn thing. Hey, how you doing? My name's such and such such. Oh, hey, how you doing? My name's such and such such. Where you from? Where you from? Right? That's how the shit goes. Go to Starbucks. Go to Starbucks. Have that goddamn drink. Have that motherfucking mocha, whatever the fuck y'all want to drink on. And then if you're real gangster, guess what? If you got a little shot of gin, go ahead and put it in that goddamn mocha or whatever the fuck that is that you drink. That actually really help you to relax because I know because here's the deal. I know how you women operate. The first time that you actually really hear a man that actually really can talk with some real good sense, that pussy get wetter than a motherfucker, right? And I already know you don't want to be like, damn, you know what? Damn, he really doing it to me, right? But then here's the deal. If you're old school, if you really put it like this, fellas, tell the motherfuckers, tell the female this. I don't want you for your body. I want you for your mind. Once I get your mind, everything else is gonna fall into play. And act like really be sincere about that shit. Know that this is somebody that you really want. And then put it like this. Within 5 minutes of a conversation, you already know what the hell she gonna allow you to do to her sexually. You just gotta know how to word that shit quite just right. And then it's just for the simple fact, shit, she might even help you in the motherfucking process. How to say I lick ass without actually really saying I lick ass. And then she gonna say, hey, guess what? I like my ass licked without her actually really saying, I like my ass licked. Okay? I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. You really gotta know how to, you motherfuckers need to know how to probe. Because it's just for the simple fact, what I tell y'all a few episodes back, we as men, we are the ultimate farmer. A hoe was never a woman, right? Especially when you know the purpose of a true hoe. He is there to break up the ground. He is there to wet the ground. Once he finds out that the ground is actually really suitable for him to plant his seed, right? Once he planted seed, guess what? He gonna wait 9 months later, and then here's the harvest. Sometimes it comes in one, sometimes it comes in two, right? Watching a lot of you some bitches still don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But the thing about it is this. If y'all really want this shit to go back to how it once was, because here's the deal. For all you ignorant bitches, right? Just know that the so-called bullshit AI is waiting in the wings. They on the sideline. Put it like this. Go watch that goddamn movie. Sub that shit subservience with Megan Fox. That bitch was a motherfucking android, a fucking robot. So they out there, they tell you. Look, if you can't get it on with a real woman, which that's extremely questionable nowadays, because it's just like what I always say. Look, you got the fake titty. Well, put it like this. You got the fake hair, the fake eyelashes, the nails, the titty, the ass. And so when you actually really looking at it, if you actually really stop and look at it, y'all have robot already. Y'all have robot already. Don't even motherfucker know it. But if you like that fake hair, them eyelashes, them nails, the titty, and the ass, then hey, hey, go ahead, do what you do. But even then, a lot of you motherfuckers ain't ready. I did a show a while back on my previous show. Fake bitch versus fake bitch. There's no one of them bitches you can actually really turn off. So, fellas, is this what the fuck you want? You want a bitch that you can turn off? Has it come to that? Has social media fucked up your mind that goddamn tough that you would actually really go after the AI bitch than an actual motherfucking woman? $64,000 question, fellas, women. Know what the fuck you want. I got mine. Go get yours. So with that being said, hey, guess what the fuck y'all get to do? Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your dad, tell your birthday, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa. Motherfucker next door, across the street, around the corner, Paulus Harris, aka Craig's uncle. My house, y'all, to this one person. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. I'm at 99, make it 100, and go tell your friends. Come listen to the Crazy Uncle because I'm what the fuck is happening. Till next time.